Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. I am Diwakar Singh. In this tutorial, we will be going through the control flow statements in Kotlin. We will be covering if else, when statement, for loop, while and do while loop. Next, we will learn jump expressions, return, break, and continue. So let's start. Why do we write control flow statements in our code? We all know our code compiles line by line from top to bottom. So to break this flow of execution, control flow is introduced and applies the decision making, looping and branching. If keyword holds an expression within the bracket which always return the boolean value like true or false. So if the expression returns true, it will execute the block of code in it. Otherwise, it will execute the else statement block of code if it is present. In Kotlin, there is no tertiary operator because of if condition. Multiple conditions can be executed by using else if statement, which helps in more complex logic. So as you can see in the example where a is equal to 4 and b is equal to 7. Now suppose we declare another variable big is equal to a. So the value of big is 4. Next is the if statement where we are checking if a is less than b. So if a is less than b, then big is assigned with the value of b. Also you may note here we do not have any else block. In second example, we can see how else statement can execute, like if statement is not true, then else will execute. In third example, we can see how multiple conditions can be checked with the help of else if expression. Next, when expression. We use when expression at the time of more complex conditional statements. It is smaller like switch. It is similar like switch operator, which it matches the argument sequentially with each and every case, and if any case returns true, then its block of code will be executed. If there are two cases which will return true, then it will execute the first one only. Else statement is mandatory with the use of when expression until or unless compiler knows all the cases are covered, which we can achieve it by using enum, seed classes, etc. Let's have a look at the given example in which we can see different types of condition. Singles, two condition combined with one, calling function, range, and else statement. Then in second example, we can achieve it without using else statement using enum classes. Next, for loop. We use loops when we want to execute piece of code again and again. For loop is one of them which is most reliable and can iterate any collection like ranges, lists, strings, etc. As given in example where list is equal to list of int 1 to 3, then we performed for loop using list, then prints the value of list one by one as shown in output. In another example, for loop executed within the range from 1 to 5, which means code will execute 5 times in the loop as shown in the output. Next, while and do while loop. In case of while loop, block of code is executed after each iteration until the condition becomes false. So as we can see in the example, it will print 5 times, but in 6th time as the condition becomes false, the code does not get executed and while loop will terminate. Do while. Do while is almost same as while loop. The only difference is that do while loop checks the condition after execution of code, which means it will execute the code surely for once. For example, where a is equal to 1, then in do statement block, it will print its value and increment by 1, which is not lesser than 1. So the condition gets false and terminates the loop. Return. Return. We use return keyword to return from the call function. It returns the resultant value for the calling function. In return function, if the return keyword is placed at the first line, then the rest code will not get execute and return back to the calling function. For example, we are calling return function please print from the main function, which is calling function. Then please print executes the code in which we can see only sun, month, due gets print, comebacks to the main function. It is occurred because when the for loop is iterating one by one, then at third iteration when day is equal to wed, it returns from the function without executing rest of the code and iteration. In second example, we are calling have value function from main function. Have function has return type integer. It is checking if value of pass parameter is true, it will return 1 and not execute the rest of the code. But if it is false, it will return 0. Next, break and continue. Both statements are used for jumping from the code in loop and plays vital role in logical problem. Like in a for loop, if break keyword is used, it will terminates the whole loop, but if continue keyword is used, it will only skip the rest code below it and starts the next iteration, and it will not terminate the loop. It's like proceeding to the next step of loop. We have examples for both keywords. In first scenario, as soon as break keyword executes, it will terminate the loop and does not print the rest integers of range. But in second example, we can see all prints for show is printed and print for dot is printed for 2 times, in which if condition was false and continue statement didn't get a chance to execute. So that's all for today guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe if you like this video. Bye bye.